everybody, and welcome back to another episode of We Watch Shudder. My name is Michelle, and who's here with me?
It's JD.
It's JD. It's JD,
Woo-hoo.
everybody. Woohoo.
How's it going, guys? Glad to be here. I just woke up about an hour and a half ago. I just had some medicine about 20 minutes ago. We're going to have a good time today. Thanks for tuning in.
And I beat Death Stranding too, and I spent 20 minutes talking at JD about it.
It's all right. It's definitely the kind of thing, just based on what you told me, that I'm just like, man, if this was just a movie, I bet I would like it a lot. But I don't want to run around. I don't want to have to control a guy and complete tasks just to finish a movie.
Yeah, and I would I would recommend watching all the cutscenes, and because they'll tell you the exact same story, except I think the cutscenes are like 10 hours. There's too much for you to enjoy.
Oh, I don't know about that. I've watched, I'm currently 3.5 seasons deep on The Bear, and that's that's definitely more than 10 hours of stuff. I don't have to watch it all at once. I was
spot on. It's 9 hours, 39 minutes.
There's got to be a supercut out there somewhere that's all of them just linked
sure.
together, right? Yeah, so...
Well, no, that's what I mean. It's 9 hours. There is a supercut on a 4K supercut, but it is 9 hours, 39 minutes.
Sure. Well, maybe, is there one for, I should probably, if I'm going to do that, or if I'm considering doing that, I should probably do the first one first, huh?
Yes, which I already found at 11 hours and 30 minutes.
So you're talking about 20 hours of Death Stranding, the cinematics.
Hell yeah.
I might do that. I'm going to put that on the back burner for right now.
The story is fucking crazy.
Yeah, there was some wild shit that you were telling me. But 2 minutes into the episode, and we haven't said shit about anything but Death Stranding. You have a way of controlling conversations when it comes to that game, Michelle.
I am obsessed.
Absolutely.
I'm obsessed. I love
We're
it.
We're here to talk about horror movies, though. Thriller movies. Horror-adjacent movies.
I don't know if I can really do that, but I will do my best to push through it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, guys, if this is your first time tuning in, thank you for checking out the show. I won't even say most of the time anymore. Their release schedule's real interesting, but we talk about Shudder new releases. We talk about not new releases. We talk about not Shudder releases. Today is a Shudder new release. It's called Push. Michelle, here's the thing about Michelle being punny is she's so, how am I trying to say this? She doesn't overdo it, right? She's not punny all the time. And so it's just often enough that you kind of forget that she does that shit.
Yeah, I try not to force it on people.
And then you don't want to push it on anybody.
Yep.
Anyway, yeah, we're talking about a movie called Push. Is this an original or an exclusive, Michelle? I think it's an original.
It is an original. I am looking at the image. For once, I knew the answer to that question.
Look at you. So I also noticed that this movie, Push, was written and directed by the guys who did another movie called The Boy Behind the Door, which I believe was a Shudder movie. Have you seen that?
I don't think so. I had looked at the IMDb page because I didn't know a single thing about Push. This wasn't even on my radar as something that was coming out, which is rare. Usually I pay attention to everything. So I watched the trailer after watching the movie, and then people said, critically acclaimed directors of The Boy Behind the Door, and I have no idea what the fuck this movie is either. So. Yeah,
it's I just double checked. It is a Shudder original as well. I haven't seen it either. It's one of those that I recognized the title immediately when I saw it in the stuff about Push, but no, I am not familiar with that.
No, I take it back. I have seen this movie and I liked it.
Oh, right on. Well, maybe
I'll
have to
go check it out a little bit more. But yeah, no, I have seen that. I did not recognize it. Okay.
Right on. There's another one that I wanted for some reason. I think it just has a similar. The Girl on the Third Floor. That's the one that I was thinking of. I kept getting those confused. I couldn't remember which one I had seen, and then I remembered that I saw The Girl on the Third Floor because I think professional wrestling fucking scumbag Phil Brooks, a.k.a. CM Punk, is in that movie. I fucking hate that guy.
The man on the staircase, the woman in the window, the woman across the street.
The woman in the yard. Women be everywhere.
Women be everywhere. Boys behind doors, women everywhere.
That's my new stand-up routine. Women be everywhere.
Including houses that they're trying to sell as pregnant realtors.
Are you trying to steer us back on course here, Michelle? Is that what's happening?
You did say I'm very good at guiding the conversation, so now I'm making up for all the Death Stranding I've subjected you to for 22 minutes.
So, yeah, neither one of us knew anything about this movie. I didn't even, much like Michelle, I didn't even know it existed until I saw the title pop up on the schedule. And that's always, it's exciting and or anxious depending on how your brain reacts to things. For me, it's a little of both, frankly. It's like, oh, what's gonna happen here? So, we were gonna do the IMDb description, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, do you want me? I want to read it. I'm gonna do it.
Okay, perfect.
I'm gonna do it. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I found out recently that occasionally dropping into talking in weird voices like that is potential sign of autism. Anyway, here we go.
We already know you have autism. We know. We already know.
Wow.
You have told us in basically every episode if we didn't even know you personally.
First of all, Michelle, I have never claimed. I have strongly suspect. I have never been professionally diagnosed by someone trained in that matter. So I don't want to say for sure.
This clarification is so on brand for someone with autism.
Oh, fuck off.
Okay, read the description.
It might just be ADHD is all I'm saying. Anyway, push.
Neurodivergence of some sort.
Right. Can I read the description already? Christ.
If you could stay on topic, but your ADHD won't let you. Okay, and we've lost him. Go ahead.
No, we're good. We're good. Push. Follows a realtor who must survive a night of terror when a deranged client shows up at her open house. Hour and 29 minutes. 2024, according to IMDb. 2025, according to Shudder. Push. A Shudder original. Michelle, hit us with your spoiler-free thoughts. Right across the face. Just fucking smack me with them.
I might have to smack you with these because it's been a while since I both watched a movie that I had no idea how you would feel about it, and a movie that I knew how I felt about it was that I disliked it. It's been a while since I just did not like a movie. This felt like a Lifetime original thriller, and just did not. That's not supposed to be like the meanest thing ever. Was it super mean to compare to?
No, it's just such a funny description. I know exactly. That is a perfect.
Yeah. As someone who has seen a lot of Lifetime original thrillers, this could have been on Lifetime and would have fit 100% in. That's not my thing. I have some complaints. Here's what I will say that is a spoiler-free thing. If you're the type of movie where you say the name of the movie in the dialogue, it should be in a way that is either funny or people cheer and they're like, they said it. When this movie said it, it felt like they were trying to justify why they named the film this. And they're like, we have to make sure the character spells it out for people. And that's the kind of movie it is, where it just felt like so many things were forced in there. And it's really atmospheric, which is good. But it's also, for an hour and 29-minute long movie, it's very long. And I had a hard time focusing. So for Push, I'm so sorry if you were involved in this film. Just in general, not because of my review, just because you had to be involved in the film.
Wow.
It just sounds like a lot of work. That's what I'm saying. Making a movie sounds exhausting. No, thank you. I am going to go with a 1.6.
Wow.
I really did not like it.
2 skulls.
I know.
Damn.
I'm sorry. I wanted to like it.
No,
I started doing Sudoku on my phone because it was more entertaining.
No, man, look, you gotta be honest, right? And not every movie's gonna land with everybody, so that's perfectly fair.
Well, JD,
man, it's rare that Michelle goes below 2 skulls, so that's
because
that
I'm so optimistic, and I find the good things in even movies that I don't really like. This one, I was bored. And I can't do anything to quell boredom. So yeah, feel JD, I would like to hear your thoughts.
Spoiler-free thoughts here on Push. This is kind of a tale of 2 movies for me. The first large chunk, and without spoilering, Michelle, there's a moment where this movie changes. Mm-hmm. We'll just say that. So they get the first hour and the last half hour, there's a shift there. Everything in that first hour, I agree with you. It was kind of slow, and I had to really force myself to focus on it. It could have used a little trimming up, maybe be about 45 minutes instead of a full hour. But I was into that. I was into it enough that I was curious to see where this is gonna go, and then that last act just didn't work for me at all. This movie. I know there's going to be a lot of people who are like, this movie is just preposterous. And look, here's the thing. I had that thought for a moment, but I watch horror and horror adjacent movies. I completely overlook preposterous shit all the time. And so I kind of pushed my way through it. And again, that first hour, I really was sort of like, all right, here's something. And then the rest of it, I just, it lost me. I agree with you. This almost feels like it was a different kind of movie, and they just rewrote it to add certain things in. Well, I don't want to talk about it till we get to spoilers, but it definitely felt like they took something that was originally intended to be one thing and manipulated it to kind of force it into being something else. I got you doing it else. Now. Yeah. So, I'm not gonna say a 1.6. I was gonna go with the 2 skulls on this one overall.
Ooh, see, and I thought you might really like this. You like strong female protagonists.
Yeah, and we'll talk about what it was in the third act that took me out of it. Definitely in the spoiler section.
Good.
All right. So, by the way, you did watch all the way to the end of the credits after I told you to, right?
Not after you told me to. After you asked if I had, I said, I did not. And then I watched. So I did not wait for you to tell me to go do it if you asked.
Okay. No.
The thing is, if a movie starts, it gives me that pop-up and it's going to autoplay to the next movie. I assume there's nothing at the end of the credits because that's usually how they do it. This one, it popped up immediately. So I went, oh, okay, there's nothing to stay around for.
You're watching on the Prime add-on, right? Yeah, because it doesn't do that on just the straight on the regular Shudder. It doesn't advance to the next thing unless you're watching a series, and so I guess that makes sense. I will tell you before we get into the spoiler section, if you're gonna watch the movie, watch all the way through the credits to the very, very end. There is a post-credits scene for this movie. I think that's, do we want to get into spoilers now?
Yeah, let's do that.
I'm sorry, I have to get this. So I just gotta say real quickly, on the Shudder website, when you go to the info page for this movie, there's a picture of the woman in the movie, sort of like a freeze frame there in the background with, I'm just going to be totally honest. It's a look on her face where I know from watching the movie that she's in pain, but she looks like she's coming, and I can't, I got to get it off my screen.
No los dos.
I mean, for some people, yeah.
Okay. Don't worry. We'll push past it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm going to keep using the same pun because it's just so much better to not switch it up to other synonyms and just keep saying push over and over. Sorry, don't mean to be pushy about it. Okay.
So, spoiler-free section. This is where Michelle, for any of you who didn't bother to watch the movie or you just want to listen to us be dumb about it. Michelle's going to tell you what happened.
Yeah. So there's a lady. She's beautiful and pregnant. And she's also missing that baby's daddy because he died. His face got smashed in what was like actually one of my favorite parts of the movie. And it happens right away. It's just that dude suddenly having a very smashed up face. That was great. It set me up for a lot and then did not keep up with that momentum. She's wandering around a house for a while. She's a realtor. She's selling the house. She's still pregnant. She wanders some more. She's still pregnant. She's in the house. A guy shows up and he's like, hey, I want to see the house. And then she's giving him a tour. I really like the way that this is done with him being framed very mysteriously and very ominously. And nobody else had shown up for the appointment. So he makes a comment and she's like, how did you know nobody showed up? I need you to leave. I am beautiful, pregnant, and wandering around this house. So he leaves. And then she wanders around the house for a little bit longer. He shows back up. The phone line is dead. She can't leave. She's beautiful, and now she's wandering around the house, but in a much faster way because she's trying to get away from him. It's just a lot of her walking at different paces throughout this house, depending on how she feels. Is she sad about her dead partner? Is she anxious about the upcoming open house? Or is she scared of the man who wants to murder her? So just different paces and energies of her walking around this house for an hour. I'm trying to remember how they actually catch the guy. Or kill the guy. Oh, she gives birth before that happens. By the way, the whole pregnancy thing, that stops partway through because now she's not pregnant. She is postpartum. She gives birth, and then to really show that she's a badass, she bites through the umbilical cord, which like, oof, I could not do that. I don't think it looks delicious, and I could not push past that. I didn't eat that. That was just not an intentional pun. It just was what I was going to say. So yeah, then hi JD.
I would just like to point out quickly that you said you would rather just stay attached to a baby through an umbilicus forever than bite through it.
Yeah. Well, or until I get to the hospital.
Horrifying.
Yeah, just
how long? Okay, that's a question I'll ask later. Continue.
Okay, sounds good. So then she gives birth. Now the baby's crying. God damn, babies ruining everything. Because now the murder guy, he's going to go find her because the goddamn baby can't shut up because he doesn't understand. He's already annoying. Good job, motherhood. And so he finds her. And then at some point he dies or he's locked up or he's in the hospital. She's in the hospital and she hears my baby died. But then she didn't hear that. They were trying to tell her he was unresponsive, but he's in the NICU. And she's like, oh, that's good. And then she works her way out of the hospital to go kill the guy. And like some alarms are going off. She's basically like becoming the cat in the mouse game. Oh, how the turntables. And then he does wind up dead. She winds up still being a mother. And then at the end of the credits, oh shit, he's alive. Also, the reason he's obsessed with this house is because he says that he is 70 years old, 68, whatever the exact was. And that he used to live in that house. And as long as the house lives, so does he. Which is a weird, supernatural kind of element that I don't think was set up properly to have a payoff. Weird movie. Push. 2024.
Yeah, so the question I was going to ask, Michelle, is, because it just came into my brain stream of consciousness, is if she had given birth like that, like how long do you think, like somebody's got to know, right? Like how long can a baby stay connected to you by the umbilical cord before shit starts to get bad?
Not knowing shit about childbirth, I'm pretty sure you have a risk of infection and toxins, and that's why you have to disconnect immediately. But also, the umbilical cord is still attached to the placenta, which does not come out at the same time.
And we see that in this movie. Yeah. Fucking, what was I thinking?
She, like, rips her placenta out.
Yeah.
To show, like, I'm a lifetime original badass babe.
There's a perfect example of how I don't know shit about female anatomy and physiology, but also, I mean, I barely do. You know? But yeah.
Birth is terrifying. I don't know how my friends have done it. Terrifying.
So, probably not long at all, because, yeah, you're not actually connected. Because now the placenta is not absorbing nutrients, and okay, yeah, that makes sense.
That's the problem.
I learned something. Yay!
Although now I am curious, like, could you just have a baby attached to the placenta for like a year? Could that be a really weird thing that you do? Probably not.
I think it just kind of shrivels up and dies now that I think about it, doesn't it?
The baby or the placenta?
Only one way to find out for sure.
Oh, no. Science experiments that nobody asked for. Look at us try to figure out how childbirth works.
We're never going to do it.
Yeah, no, God, no. But I will Google later.
Right. So this movie, you kept pointing out something in there that is one of the big things for me. Like, even though, like I said, I thought the first part before we go to the hospital was, it was a decent sort of like bottle movie suspense thriller. She's isolated in a house. And I did think the idea of like, oh, what if it was this pretty well-known sort of trope, but our spin on it is the woman is pregnant and literally about to give birth, and what could possibly go wrong there? And so I found that interesting to an extent, but there are a lot of the horror moments in this that they feel almost like out of tone with the rest of the movie, and also out of tone with each other. Like, I want to hit some specific moments here. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, like, he's chasing her around and slams up against the door of the house, and he's shouting at her through the door, and out of nowhere drops just a line that's so out of tone with the entire rest of the movie. He says, "I'm going to cut that fucking baby out of your belly."
Yes.
Just like out of nowhere. And then like no explanation why. He's said nothing leading up to that point about wanting to get to the baby. Nothing. Maybe it's just he's just trying to scare her. I get it. But there is no other aggressive dialogue like that in the movie. Now that as an instant, fuck, that's real intense. Right? But it's also jarring. In certain ways. When she gives birth, that whole sequence is suddenly like real kind of gory and gross, and we haven't seen anything like that throughout the rest of the movie. Again, as a set piece on its own, I thought really well done. Like, it was quality practical effects with the placenta falling out and all of that. Obviously cleverly designed and shot. But again, felt like it was being done just to add that extra level, of horror kind of elements. And I think that, I don't know, it felt like it was one movie and then they took it and manipulated it to be something else.
Yeah. I know that I do not have a ton to say about this movie.
No, that's fine. I got a couple more things that I can say.
Perfect.
I was going to ask you, you really don't remember how he ended up in the hospital?
No, it's just completely escaping me. And I know as soon as you tell me. She blasted him with a
shotgun.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's like that
I have
whole
no
thing
memory
where,
of that.
First of all, she gets into the cop car with the cop. And so why did so she sits in the back.
Wrist part.
Yeah. Ugh. And she's got first of all, so it's maybe like a small town, but also with that, I don't think this was a small town area. I think this was just like out in some secluded rich people portion of the area. But like, there's no way they would allow that car to go out with a gap like that, even like a challenging gap in that wire between the front and the back. But yeah, when she sticks her hand through there and rips her arm open, I guess there was a sort of an additional practical effects moment there. Real severe. But yeah, so she has given birth. She's got her baby cradled on the left arm. She's got a shotgun in her right arm. She blasts this dude with the shotgun one-armed, and of course she goes flying backwards. And it's like, oh, great, maybe you're going to fall and crush your baby. That was dumb. But people under pressure don't do a lot of smart things. But then we wake up and they're in the hospital, and that's where everything just falls apart for me, because everything from that point forward gets to a level of implausible that I just couldn't stay with it. right? Like, there's a lot of preposterous stuff in the first hour of the movie, but like I said, a lot of horror is preposterous. I can't hold that against it in itself. But, like, so they're in this hospital, they let this baby get up and go. They would not let her go see her baby for several days, at least, just because she woke up. They certainly wouldn't take her to the hospital room where the other guy was, because they would have just shown her pictures.
Yeah,
right?
I definitely could have seen them taking her to the baby. That makes sense. Like, that mother-child bond is important. But taking her to the hospital room, and I think that's why I forgot the him getting shot part, because that overshadowed how fucking ridiculous it is. Yeah. One quick thing, before she shoots him, she's like, "What did you say about me and my fucking baby?" And that's also a callback to the weird fucking line. So it's just overshadowed by very weird moments.
Yeah.
You can continue. It's a weird movie.
Yeah, and so from there... she pulls this fire alarm, and even once they get there, I'm just like, wait a minute. Like, I'm supposed to believe that this guy took a shotgun blast from about 7 feet away directly to the torso and face, and he didn't die. He survived. He didn't bleed the fuck out before, or suffocate on his own blood before anybody showed up to get them out of there. And then, of course, we'll get back to that. But, because there's that whole thing. Well, you mentioned it in the summary. There's a whole thing at the end of the credits where it turns out, oh shit, maybe he really is this person he claims he is. And he suddenly comes back to life. And there's been no suggestion of anything supernatural until that point in the movie. Even when they talk about it, it's a throwaway thing that they just go past. They're just like, oh yeah, he's just some crazy dude who escaped from the asylum who says he lives there. There's no setup for it. There's no build to any of that. And if I hadn't... The only reason I knew that was at the end of the credits is because I obsessively look at clocks on movies. And when the credits rolled, I looked at the clock and there was way too much fucking time left. I was like, there's like still 6 minutes here. There's no way these credits are going to roll 6 minutes. And then, now here's the thing. That post-credit scene is like 2 minutes long, and it could have just been the shot of the dude in the... Michelle, what's up with your eye? It's all red. Oh, no, it's just the way you were rubbing it. And I was like, Jesus. Looks like I was like,
oh, God. Oh, no. No, it is allergy season, and my eyes are killing me, so I was rubbing it, but I was like, am I rubbing it that hard? Am I bleeding from the eyes? What do you mean?
It's just all of a sudden, I was like, oh, God, Michelle, your eye... But no, it looks fine.
Okay.
It was just, I think it was
out of me. What's wrong with my eye?
You got that little.
I know.
We all got that part, and then if you rub it just right, it gets expanded. Anyway, that's how easily distracted I was from the.
I was gonna do a sex thing. This guy. That's very funny. Okay. Continue.
I was gonna do a sex thing. Should be a T-shirt. Oh my God. But and then like she pulls the fire alarm, which I guess I haven't looked closely at fire alarms in hospitals recently, but I feel like they're a little bit more deliberately in places where people can see you pull them. You know, they don't just put them in the middle of places. I guess maybe they have to have them every certain length down the hallway, but more than that, she gets to the guy's room and there are just 3 slaughtered cops just splattered all over the room. And now it becomes this whole nother chase through the hospital. And it just, she gets through that one door, with the chain around it, only to run into another, locked gate at the bottom of the stairwell. But this locked gate, she got, what, maybe like 110, maybe like 115 soaking wet. She slams her shoulder against this gate twice and the lock just pops. Like, come on. Like, I guess it's possible, but yeah, it just, that last chunk was just like, it almost felt like they got to the end of that first part and they were like, we only have an hour here. What do we do now? It kind of felt that way. But yeah, it all felt super disjointed. Especially in that last part. Again, I thought there was some quality stuff in the suspense buildup, even in the second part. Like some of the stalking moments, like these guys clearly did their research. They understand, these sort of, again, they're very tropey, but when you do them well, they're still effective. That's how they became tropes, right? And so there's a lot of good suspense building that goes on here, but it was just too jointed to stay entirely focused or get really drawn into it all.
Yep.
You can always tell when Michelle... This is always, like, I really do enjoy when Michelle likes a movie, because when Michelle doesn't like a movie, she doesn't have shit to say. And then what happens is then I start to get anxious that I'm, like, dominating the episode and not giving you a chance to talk, even though you have said twice you don't really have anything to say, but it's still fucks with me, and I'm just like, please God, please make sure Michelle likes the movie.
Okay, so in Death Stranding 2, some crazy shit happens. I wanted to make so many notes about this movie, but even like the weird dialogue was just like, oh, that was kind of weird. That was just meh. Like there wasn't even anything much that was crazy outrageous except for the line about, I'm gonna cut the baby out of your fucking belly or whatever. Like and then the fact that the thing with this movie is I have seen every single element of this movie in a different movie. I have seen pregnant woman's terrorized. I have seen cat mouse chase a lot. I've seen big house that she's running away in for a while. I've seen guy stalking lady for no discernible reason. I've even seen guy escapes from asylum and terrorizes random people like
I was
80
going to
slashes.
say also, we just recently saw, and I'm not going to name it, but we also just recently saw a really graphic sequence of a woman giving birth in a terrifying situation.
All cases of giving birth are a terrifying situation. But yeah, no, I mean, just like every element.
Just like out
I've
in the middle
seen.
of nowhere on her own, nobody there to help.
Oh, the worst.
Yeah. So, I don't really have much else to say. This one's going to come in light on the clock because, it didn't resonate. I mean, kudos to them. They made a movie. I'm still going to go back and watch The Boy Behind the Door because, like I said, there were things here that suggested that I might like something else that these folks have done, so I'm at least going to give it that chance. But, Push, unfortunately, did not do it for us.
So I've heard that there are 3 movies that these two guys wrote and directed together. This one, The Boy Behind the Door, and is it The Djinn is the third one?
I think so, yes.
And The Djinn I have not seen, but I might go rewatch The Boy Behind the Door because I know I like that one. And then The Djinn is going to be my tiebreaker of how do I feel about these as a whole, because maybe I like the other 2.
Right. Yeah. Right.
I'm curious.
All right, so that's Push. Go take a look at it if you want. Make up your own opinion. We're just a couple of dimps. Got some thoughts about movies.
Dimps.
Yeah, just a couple of
I've
dimps.
never
That's a
heard
word.
Dimps.
That's a word I picked up from. It's a quote from Ozzy Osbourne that I think was printed in the liner notes of the Nativity in Black tribute CD where a bunch of other bands did Black Sabbath songs, and he was talking about the band, and he was just like, we were just 4 dimps from Birmingham, which is in Birmingham, England is where they're from, and I've never seen or heard it anywhere else, but it's stuck in my head, and I still use it to this day.
I really like it. It sounds like it should be really offensive. Like, it sounds like it should be on the level of, like, calling somebody a cunt, but it's not, and I like that.
You're just going to throw that word out, huh?
I'm allowed to say cunt because I am one. That's the rule. That is how it works. It's like when I see my friends and I'm like, sup, bitches. It's loving because that's what we are. Nobody else can call us that, but we can call each other that. That is the rule. If you called me that, I would be mad. But if you called me a dimp, I'd be like, I feel like I should be upset, but I'm technically not.
According to this, in Manchester, a dimp is like the short, like, butt end of a cigarette. But that doesn't make any sense. And also, that's Manchester, so fuck Manchester.
Yeah. I was trying to pun, and now I'm just thinking of the word dimp. I got nothing. Life out is hard for a dimp.
It's hard out here for a dimp. Oh my god.
Well. Well. They announced a new horror game called Shark Dentist, where you are a dentist operating on a shark that's sedated, and shit can go wrong. And if you cause the shark too much pain or you don't manage the anesthesia correctly, it'll wake up and eat you. And I'm really fucking excited for that. I heard the name Shark Dentist and I went, yeah, that's my kind of thing.
Shark Dentist. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's hilarious. All right. I got to get ready to go to work. You got to get ready to do whatever it is you're going to do.
Go stand in a corner and just stare there at the abyss rocking for 12 hours until I'm awakened.
Hey, that's a thing you can do. Michelle, I finished my book.
Oh, I'm so proud of you.
After having it for literally since 2019, 6 years, I finally got all the way through it. I'm so proud of myself.
People will have to tune in for Michelle in Review to hear all about it.
Yeah. We don't have at least on the website, we don't have a movie coming from Shudder next week. Did we select a title? Have we talked about that?
We have not.
Do you have something you would like us to do right off the top of your head that we can just announce here? Whatever you want to do. That's risky.
But, I was about to say, I'm like, oh, God, because there are some movies that I would have lots of things to say that neither of us would like watching. No, I just...
Go ahead. Neither of us would like watching.
That's why I'm like...
Oof. What are you talking about,
You say,
Michelle?
like, anything, and I'm immediately like, oh, Salo. Like, let's go really fucking crazy with it. I don't want to rewatch Salo. I know I don't want to rewatch it. But that's just the only thing. Why do I not want to rewatch Salo? Because it feels illegal. And I don't like that feeling when I'm watching a movie.
Okay, so does, like, do you have that same experience, like, when you watch August Underground?
Yes. I actually talked to somebody about August Underground yesterday. They'd never heard of it. And I was like, it made me feel dirty and like I was not allowed to watch that. And I would feel the same as if that wasn't fictional. Like, they did a really good job of making me feel like this is real. Yeah,
I am not a fan of the franchise. If you guys don't know August Underground, go Google it. It's, I mean, they definitely succeeded in doing exactly what they set out to do, right? It's fucking hideous.
I didn't say I didn't like it.
Right. Well, I did not. Oh God. I can't. Fuck. That's. But
it feels illegal.
It feels. Yeah. And like again, they definitely succeeded in what they wanted to. Do you want to do that one?
Oh, God,
no, I can't.
I have some things that we will actually talk about. I'll watch some stuff and come up with ideas and shit and whatnot. Okay.
All right, then. You guys have a good time. We're going to have a good time. We're probably going to have a bad time and times in between. I don't know why I'm saying all sorts of weird hippy-dippy shit. Say goodnight, Michelle.
Good night, Michelle.